Good morning, everybody. Paul from Polish Custom Skins. So today we're going to be doing a skin on Dielingwu's Mack Superliner. I must admit, I had a quick go on paint on it this morning for about an hour. I don't know you guys skin without software, I must admit. I just can't get to grips with it at all. I'll have another go a bit later on today. But yeah, not a fan of that software. So I would gladly pay for any software than use that, to be fair. But we're going to use Affinity this morning. We're going to do a livestock fantasy skin, as you call it. Like I've done my big wood logging skin, so we're going to do a livestock one. So I've already done a logo. Firstly, let's tell you where you get the truck from. So the truck's free, of course. So you can get the truck off Gumroad. I will put a link in the description below. Just put 0 in the fair price thing. Put it in your put it in your press one. I want this, and then you do your email and blah blah blah, and then just download it. And you get the templates. You get I think you get the XML with this as well, if I remember rightly. So you just put that into Mod Studio then. So then basically, it's a free mod, and then you get the template, which looks like this. So that's your template. What you do is, if I zoom right in, as you can see there, he's got a few bits and dabs that you can skin with little boxes. So basically, all you do with these here is you just put a square, a colour square, whatever you want to do. So say some boys a logo. You just cover that like that. So you want to do red, you just do a square box like that. And you do for each one of these, basically. Whatever colour you want to do them. If you want them like metallic, then you leave them metallic. You leave them blank, obviously. You just leave them blank. Because obviously when you save the skin, you just can do that. So you just leave them blank if you want. So delete that out of the way. We'll rebet them in a minute. So you got these are off the Mack R, I think, by the looks of it. Because obviously you used to put for Mack R, I think. Well, I think anyway. He's labelled up pretty well, to be honest. You got the mirrors, you got the tanks, you got your air filters up here. You got all your them bits and dabs there. And then you just got your cabs. Your left and right. Obviously the back of the sleeper, that's the back of the day cab. Left side, right side, basically. So we get. So here's the logo I made earlier. So basically this logo, all I done was downloaded that picture from the internet, that bull logo sign. I just done that right in there, added that right in, add the established thing underneath, and then just put the shape, made the 6-sided shape around it, and then coloured it in cream. So what we're going to do is we're going to resize that. So we're going to pull that down like so. I'm going to drop that on the doors. We'll zoom in. Like so. Try and make it as central as possible. I think if we put a bit there, that don't look too bad. And then what I'll do is I'm going to do a couple of lines. What I'm going to do first, I'm going to put a bit of text underneath the logo. So I'm going to put Texas Fort Worth. So we'll do Texas Fort Worth. Now, obviously, you can put whatever you want. That's your choice. This is just something I like to add on a little bit of extra to make it look a bit more realistic as such. You adjust the font to how you want the font. How big you want your font. Obviously, then change it to whatever you want the font to be. So if I do it that one or that one. I think we'll do, no, we'll do that one. Put that there like that. So you get that like that. And then what we'll do is, we'll do the usual fire extinguisher inside. Oh, gosh, inside, like so. What I'll do is I'm going to change that to white, I think. So we put that round of it there. We'll make it a little bit bigger. Yeah, we change that to white, like so. And I think we change that to white as well. The text, like so. I'm going to leave the metallic skin, so then you can pick and choose what color you want to do on the skin, basically. So we're going to leave that like that. I've also downloaded the, oh, don't do that. Also downloaded the IFTA stickers from Frontiersman off SS forums. He's got some great stickers on there, to be honest, to use for the American trucks. I would definitely recommend going there if you want to get anything realistic, to be honest. I've used these stickers for a long while now. So what we'll do is we'll put that let's put down the sleeper. We'll put down the sleeper and we'll put a dot number as well, what we think of early. So again, US dot, and you just make some random numbers up. Was it 7? I think, if I'm right. Is it 7 or 6? I think it's 7, I think. So we do that. Make them a bit bigger. Pull them next to the IFTA sticker, like so. Make them a little bit bigger again. So put them at 14. So I think we'll pull it. God's sake. Let me lock that template. So what we'll do is just scroll back in there. We'll just line that up with the bottom of there, like so. I think we'll leave that number like that. Right, so that's that one side done. So what we'll do now is we'll put some stripes on it. I think we'll just go with some black with cream outline on the stripes. So let me change that in a minute. We'll go straight across there, all the way to there. Like so. Let's change that to black. And then we'll change that to that cream there. Make that a bit bigger. So we do that at 2. Let's just go in and have a look. Well, that's okay. And then we'll move that below the logo. Like so. So what we'll do is we'll do a second one. And we'll move that one down. And then what we'll do is we'll adjust them. Might actually make that one a bit smaller, actually. A bit thinner. To make that one a bit smaller, like so. And then what we'll do with this one, we'll round the corner at the bottom. So we tip that off and we look for the bottom left corner. Put it as rounded. And then if we increase that, so that fits in around there a lot better, that looks a lot better like that. If we That's the level. Let's move that up a bit. If we select both stripes, pull them down a bit like so, pull them back a bit. I think that cream is a bit too. I think we'll take it down to 1 on both of them. Like so. Down to 1. That looks better. I think what we'll do with this one, I'm tempted to change that to, so we do it as a straight. That's what that looks like. Yeah, I think we'll do that like that. And we'll leave that like that for now. Then what we'll do is make sure none of this is touching here. So just pull that off there, pull that up. Pull up there like so. So then what we will do is, so that's this side done. What we'll do then is put it all into a group. So we'll click that, holding control down. You just hold control down, click everything that you want to include, like so. Right click, press group. All them are in one group now. So basically what we can do is duplicate, and then we want to flip it horizontal like so. Then we're going to take it up like so. So then open the group back up, flip the logo back, flip Texas the other way. You see them all backwards. Fire extinguisher, flip it that way. The stripes should be fine. Yeah. We just got to adjust the stripes on there. So we just pull them across like so. Change the if to label. Change the dot number. These look like they're out of position, to be honest. So we'll pull them back down to about there. Pull the dot number down. Like so. It should near enough clipping to the bottom of that. That should do us. And then this looks slightly out. So click that. Well, actually, now we'll click that, and that. And just move them forward a bit. So they're in central. Like so. And then what we'll do is go line that line up on the back of that cab to the back of this cab here. So what we'll do, my usual trick, we'll get a rectangle or square shape, so let's say. We'll take that off. We'll go in like this. Go close to it. Like so. Then we'll go down to the bottom of the cab. Pull that down to there. Like so. So then we'll, I don't need to duplicate, to be honest. We'll then grab that, holding left click, pull it to the top of the cab, put that down here, zoom in, pull that up, match that to the bottom of that. And you can see it's two-way anyway. So you want to do the, again, same again, control that one and that one and that one. And then bring that down where you've got to level it. Let's zoom in so we can see. You can see that's got to go up slightly. So just left click, hold left in, and then just pull that up, basically. Now, hopefully, that should be a square on to everyone. So we'll delete that, take that out of the way. We can delete both of them. So we can close the group back up. So we've got the if there, the dot, we've got everything there. Both of them like that. I think I might do the tanks black, and I'll put a logo on the cab deflector. Sorry. So I think we'll do the tanks black as well. So we just get the black in the rectangle, like so. Air filters, we'll leave them. We'll leave this like this. We'll just grab the logo again. Make that small. Put that on the cab deflector. Like so. Put it as central as you can. So roughly about there. So we'll leave that like that. Leave everything else like that, should be fine. All this over here should be fine. So we're going to put now black wings on it, I think. Actually, it's going to be metallic anyway. So then we'll do, let's have a look on here what we can do. Rear bump can stop metallic. We'll do, no, I'm sure these wood flaps used to have a problem with these. I can't remember. We'll leave them, to be honest. We'll do this Mack logo, the Sunvisor logo. We'll do that a different colour. We'll do that the cream colour that we got the logo in. We'll leave them. We'll leave them. I think we'll leave everything else, to be honest. Everything else should be fine. Yeah. So what we'll do is uncheck the template. Then we're going to save it as a PNG. We'll go into, let's find this. Let's put live stock PNG, save. So what we'll do now is we'll make an icon as well. So go to our icon. We'll use the cream again, like so. Just going like that, just paint it. We'll put a, I know we use it the other way. We do it the other way. Do it outline, but we'll do it inwards, like so. We'll grab the bull logo, like so. And we'll just resize that. And put that in there. Quickly resize it. Like that. And then we'll just put Stampede. Stampede livestock. We'll click that so it's central. Click that livestock. Like so. We'll make that a different one and reduce that in size. Like so. So we'll keep that like that. Export as a PNG. We'll put that there. Live one, like so. We can get rid of that now. We don't need to save that. We'll leave that the way it is now for now. It's not much studio, but we've already got the Superliner there. So you just pick it. It's already in its own thingy like there. Oh, we don't that one. That one I can remember. It should be that one, I think. That's the one. So we'll get rid of that one. It's a simple truck scheme because it's all on one template. And we want that one. So we're going to click all the cabs anyway, to be honest. Well, day cab now. I don't really want day cabs. It should be the big cabs. So we're going to click that one. And we're going to click that one and that one. Of course, the IFTA number and the dot number are missing. Just put them on the sleeper. So whatever we name the scheme, whatever we're going to call them, mod, livestock Mack, the price, 1000, level, unclick that image. Let's grab our scheme, livestock, like so. Grab our icon, 5.1, like so. Click metallic, manifest, truck, then click stampede, livestock Mack. Copy that, export, paste. And what we'll do is we'll open our Steam Workshop folder up as well, like so, so you can see. And we'll also make the folder ready. So we can just paste that, do that like that. So that's done, ready. So we'll go into the game now and check to see what the skin looks like. Touch wood, fingers crossed, it's working fine. Oh, we're at 22 minutes, so come on, let's hurry up. We need to get this done. They like to do long videos. There's the Mack. There's your Mack in there. Make sure it's above the truck. Right. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Here we go. I mean, obviously you can do your own logos and do whatever you want to do with it. I can, if you are on my Discord, I can always put this skin on there, unlock, so you can change it around if you want to change it around. And if you want to use a logo and change it, the name in it or whatever, I can do that for you if you want to use it on my if you want my Discord. Let's go to the garage, like so. Enter truck config skin. Right, so there's our dot number. We can always change it to that. Oh, it's a bit dark, eh? Don't really like that. I mean, it's too bad. Let's have a look closer. As you can see, it looks better with the actual, you can put all stuff like this on it. Same with the that and the dot number. I think the back ends look, so that's fine there. I think the other side needs adjusting slightly. Let me have a look. Yeah, that line's just, I must have not pulled that line right the way across. So just go pull that across basically and it should be fine there. That's all lined up perfect, as you can see. Just go pull that over the template more. I'd obviously stopped it too short. Again, dot number this side's fine. You obviously could put more stickers on there if you want, because I know my good friend Goggles, he puts a few more stickers on these skins when he's doing these. Obviously you can change these wheel arches if you want to have these painted, like so, quarter painted. It's your choice. You do whatever you want to do. Fully painted. Yeah, so you could do them like that if you want to. The back, you can have these, all these painted, I think, as well. So you put your own, you can paint your own, as you see there. Sorry about that. Somebody at the door then. Amazon parcel. So yeah, so obviously you could paint these if you want to put a design on these as well. Obviously you just do it with that with those little squares, you know, in the corner of the template like I showed you. We'll just put one of these on. I think we just put that one on. Those wheels are off the Ford LTL 9000. I have got some Mack wheels somewhere, but I can't remember where I put them. Yeah, so you could basically play around with this. I can leave this skin unlocked and put it on my Discord. So then if you want to mess around and change this here and this here, you can always change that. Probably better if you have got Affinity, to be honest. So you can make it a lot easier. Let's have a look at the. So there you go, painted logo. So it comes up cream. So I think we'll leave that like that. We just got to adjust that one stripe around the back. Just that one there. We just got to pull that over a bit more, and then we'll release it onto the workshop. Let's have a look in the daylight. That don't look too bad, to be honest. That's quite good, quite nice according to that. So that's that done. Let's just adjust this skin now, and then we'll if you're doing the adjustments, don't forget to re-export it. It normally is quite good. Once you don't normally export it, quite good, to be honest. You don't actually have to change the skin because it normally does it for you automatically. We should do anyway. God, it's taking a long time to come off there. Well, let's have a look at this. Look, so if you look there, look, it's sure to be. There, look. Just missed the corner. So click on that. Open your group. So that's when we got to move. Just pull it right across like that. Pull that one right across. So you right off the template. So we know all that's lined up now anyway. If you need to do any more adjustments, just check anything. If you want to put anything else on the skin, obviously you'd put anything else on there. Everything. As I say, this is where you could do your mud flaps if you wanted to. Like it says there, you can do the front ones as well. And you can do the back ones if you want to do them. If you want to put any sort of design on there, that's your choice. That's the main bumper on the front. You can paint all that if you want. The chassis as well. I normally just leave it black. You can do obviously a different colour, whatever you want to do. And just the different bits and dabs. This is the full fenders, so you could skin them if you want to put some fancy lines down the centre there, down the middle there, which I've done before on the Mack R. You could do that. Obviously, the mirrors, you can do something fancy on them. Your choice, of course. Do what you want to do. So again, we'll unclick that. Export as a PNG again. Like so. Overwrite the other one. Yes. Let that export. Go back to Mod Studio. So it's going to say export again. So export again to your mod folder. And then we're going to, well, no, we need to do the manifest. That's true. That's the point then. So what we do is we will get the picture up of the truck. Oh, we did take a photo, did we? Oh. So go back in game again. Go and get a picture of the truck. Then we take a picture of the truck, or take a couple of pictures of the truck, whatever you want to do with it. And then you'll do the make your manifest up for the skin. Oh, time's ticking on. We're at 30 minutes. Let's go, go, go. Hurry, hurry, hurry. So you can see it's quite simple to make a skin, to be honest. I mean, obviously, it took me about 10 minutes to get the logo sorted. If you're just looking online for something you're looking for, and then just grab that, you know, the image you mapped out. Just grab that from wherever you can grab it from. Right, so take a picture of that. We'll just double check this has gone and worked okay. So you can see there, look, that's lined back up now. So that's fine. And then we'll take a picture there. That'll do us. Quit the game again. So now we'll do our manifest. We'll do, what I normally do is I'd normally do a big picture. Make it that look a bit snazzy and whatever. And then what I normally do is, and then I'll reduce the pictures down to what I want it to. What I want to use for the manifest and for the workshop, basically. So what we'll do is we'll open this folder up, go to document, make a joke, screenshot, down to the bottom. We'll use that one, just right click. So we'll leave that like that. What I'll do with the image, I'll put an outline on it, like so. We'll change that to, let's move that to, we'll change that to switches. We'll change that to the cream one, and then we'll put it on the inside. Then we'll scroll that up to about 15, like so. So then what we'll do is we'll get a company logo, which I should have somewhere. I should have a Mac one, yeah. There we go. Get rid of that. Just reduce that down a bit. Like so. Put that in the corner. And then we'll put, increase that size so we can see. Do it like that for now. Oop. Mac. Put that there. And then we'll put Stampede Live Doc. That there, like so. And then we'll change that to the same. And we'll put that like that. We'll put an outline around that one. This is obviously your own preferential, whatever you want to do with it, to be honest. You can play around with these and do these how you fancy you want to make it look. And then we put a shadow at the back of it. Try and make it stand out a little bit. Just like say you play around with this, say you want to play around with it. And then we'll put a little line around this one. We'll just use a white one. Mack Superliner. What we'll do is we'll put it by. I'll put his name again now. Get his name again. Copy. Paste. That's all in line. So what I'll do is I'll grab this, put that there, then grab everything together and then move it so it's in the middle of the picture. If you've got the snap on tool on up here, it'll show a green line that it's all snapped into the middle. So we'll leave that like that. That'll do us. So we'll save those and we'll export those to PNG. We just put live stock big pic like so. And then we'll do the manifest next. So manifest like that. We'll grab, we can get rid of that, get rid of that. Open this folder up. Make these big bigger so we can see it. So we've got his like big pic there. And what we'll do is just got to adjust it basically. This is all pretty simple to be honest. I'll say I've got videos on all this if you are struggling to do any of this. Now this has got to be changed to a JPEG. I've already got the size set, what it is. We'll just put this as live man. So we know it's a manifest. We can get rid of that now because we don't need it. Then we're going to do the workshop one. Like so. Again, open the folder, grab the big pic, reduce that down, like so. Again, save this as a PNG. Sorry, a JPEG. I've already got the sizes set on X. It's already one of my presets. So we'll save this as live work. So we know that's the workshop picture. And then what we'll do is we'll go to Mod Studio again. Go back to your manifest. Change this now. Now you've got the manifest you need, which is live man. Click that. That'll go automatically in there. Put whatever you want to do in these here. That's your choice. We'll then export again. But what we're going to do is export the one to the Steam Workshop folder now. So we'll go to my Steam Workshop folders. There's the Stampede Livestock. Click select. Now that'll export automatically. We'll also export again into the game. The mod folder, sorry. So that's the same. Because sometimes I'll actually upload skins to truck mods as well. So now what we can do with this, we'll save this. So we've got this saved and we can get rid of that now. So if we go to there, just save this Stampede. Save. It'll come down there, say project saved. So you can get rid of that now. You can get rid of that one if you want. I think we've saved this one as a Affinity. I think. No. So make sure you save your files so you can go back to them later on. Stampede files. Save. We don't need to keep that out. I don't bother keeping them to be honest, because I always do fresh ones. We can get rid of that now as well. We can get rid of that. We'll start Steam Workshop uploader up. Like so. Make sure that's all up to date. When you start it up, you should know. It should tell you one way or another. So click browse to go and get your mod from your Steam Workshop folder. Wherever we put it. Scroll down. looking at the wrong one, that's one. Steam Workshop, Stampede Livestock. Looks up. There you go. Get your picture that you're doing, which is work, live work. Looks so. Change that. So you want you put in there Stampede Live Stock Skin. If you want to put in there metallic so people can see it's a metallic skin. Some people like metallic skin, some people don't. And then put whatever information you want to put in there. Truck parts normally, and paint job, which for the Mac, don't need to put nothing there. And then basically, you make sure you change this here to, if you want your friends to use it, obviously keep it at that. If you want it private and nobody uses it at all, put it private. I'll put it as public. And then just fill this in what you want to put in here, basically. So company skin or Stampede Live Stock haulage. New company for stamping. Metallic skin, and it is made for Mack Superliner. Make sure, if you want to use it for a specific cab version, make sure you tell people, because you'll just have question after question after question. Well, why ain't you working on this one? It ain't working on this one. It ain't working on this one. So make sure you always tell people what it's for. On sleepers. I'll put a link to his website as well. I don't know if it will actually show, because sometimes Steam can be a bit funny, to be honest. We'll just get a link to his website. Well, it's on Gumroad, his actual website is, so. And we'll just put that there, and then I'll get one of my others up, where I can put links into what I've already done before. So what I'll do is, because I always put my logo on there now, so what we'll do is we'll do that. Copy. I'll change that because I ain't put that. I obviously haven't released the video yet. We'll do that like that. So what we do is, make sure everything's all set. Press upload. That should all be done. Worry about that. Just press continue. And there we go. That's done. Now, depending on how funny Steam Workshop is, sometimes it goes straight on. You don't get a problem. Sometimes you can go on there and you get that. It can be funny. Yeah, I'm not remove the link so you can't even see it anyway. It can be really funny. I don't know why. It can be a pain some days. And I've had this where I've had to redo skins. I've had to put skins back on the workshop. But yeah, you just have to bear with it, and it goes straight on. Yeah, it's done now. Look, so all I'll do now is I'll go onto. I'll just click share, copy. I'll go onto my Discord, like so, and then, of course, we now got our own. We've got this set up for people releasing skins. So you can either release them if you release skins from the Steam Workshop, or if you want to just release them straight onto the Discord, you can do that if you're in our Discord. And there we go. That is it, basically, people. That is literally the way you do a skin and release it onto the Steam Workshop. So we're at 45 minutes, so we've done a skin. We've done all the rigmarole of doing all the bits and dabs and this and that and all, and uploading it to the Steam Workshop and releasing the skin. So I'll put an open version of the skin and that onto my Discord. If you want to mess around with that and change it to how you want it to look for yourself, then I'll let you do that. You got my permission to do that. If somebody wants to mess around with it. If you want to use the skin, obviously just use the skin. And I hope that's helped some people out who want to see how a skin's made in a quick way, basically. So I hope you all have a good day. I'm gonna have to persevere with paint.net because I don't know. I don't know yet. I just looked at that. I was looking at that this morning. I don't know you guys skin with that, I must admit. You're doing my head in, to be honest. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. We're still gonna try. We might try GIMP, and we still might be trying Inkscape as well. So, but we'll see how the week's going so far. So again, thank you as always. Always get some nice comments of people most days. So I do get the odd occasion where people don't like me. So, but I will. Have yourselves a great day. Hope you enjoy the skin if you use it, and take care. See you soon.